processed food was basically killing me. So what that looks like is in 2014 my wife and I went vegetarian. So we ate lots of more cheeses and some meat alternatives. And then in 2018 we both went vegan together. And at this point is when my health started to kind of go downhill. Not a lot had happened until 2019 when I tore my Achilles. And over the next 4 years I would never get back to my former strength. I'm still recovering slightly now from it. I transitioned through gout, plantar fasciitis, sprained metatarsals, muscle atrophy, joint pain in my fingers and my toes, weight gain, and finally heel bursitis. So as you can imagine, I wouldn't say I was quite depressed. I always had the fight to get better, and one of the reasons I am better now is because of that fight. But at the time I was a shadow of my former self. My climb out started really when I was looking through and researching how I could fix my joint pain, because I started to believe that this was to do with my diet. And I've explained in another video about how I did that, and what I noticed was that the bits I was cutting out was processed foods. So that also kind of coincided with when I found the podcast and the book Metabolical by Dr. Robert Lustig, and then I fell across Nature Wants Us to Be Fat by Dr. Richard Johnson, and then books like Peter Attia's Outlive, etc. I just read all these and really started to change my life. And what that really looks like is removing processed food. And now we've probably got rid of 90% plus of the processed foods, and when we do have it, I check there's not got any gluten in it or anything else I know that irritates me, and it's generally just maybe some sauces or spice mixes, etc. So what does my diet look like these days? And it's vegan. There's no way I would go back to being vegetarian or carnivore, so it's whole vegetables, whole fruits, nuts, beans, legumes, and I love fermented foods like tempeh and kimchi and sauerkraut. We love tempeh these days. Sorry, I always said that. We love tofu these days. And things like Coke, we don't have that. We might have the odd kombucha, and we don't have any fruit juice. And wow, my life has changed. I've got from 120 kilograms, I'm currently 86. My bloods are now normal or optimal. My uric acid is super low, so I don't really have any worries about gout anymore. And while I'm just getting back into my fitness with running and cycling due to a surgery I recently have, I can walk 10 to 20,000 steps a day these days, and I'm just excited about my future.